Okay, first you need half a stick of butter. And then you want to melt it in your frying pan like this. I had to make my own heavy cream right there. But you want to add to this, you want to add 1 1/4 cup sugar. So you want to put your 1 1/4 cup of sugar. And you want to mix this over medium heat until you get the sugar mixed up with all the melted butter. The easiest way I have found is to smash the sugar into the butter, and it will start to get more brown. Let me see if I can, okay, that's much better. So see, I just keep mixing the sugar and the butter. And what you really want is for this to get liquidy, melt the sugar, and it becomes this brown texture, okay, so that you have to constantly stir. This takes about maybe 10 to 20 minutes. Don't put your heat on too high. I'm gonna keep working on it. About maybe 3 to 5 minutes into stirring here, and you can see it's like a slightly brown color. Sorry, I'm trying to do this and mix. Forgive me. But this is a really good recipe for caramel. It is a soft caramel that you can use inside of chocolates, or you can wrap them up and eat them straight. But you see how it's, hello my love. Oh cool, you want a videotape? Great, my daughter is here. So, you just keep mixing, and as you see, as you turn it over, it shows the brown more, because you like smashing it in. Here, let's bring this up. Thanks, hon. And you just keep working with it. And it's starting to melt here, that's good. I guess we want to get it to that softball stage. My mother would use a temperature gauge for this. I do not. I cook it until it's melted and it's more like a liquid. See how it's turning into more of a liquid at this point? You see this section here? It's all runny. Yep. That's what you want. Okay. And I didn't have enough heavy cream in the house, so if you add 1/3 cup butter and what was it, 2/3 cup milk together. And first you melt the butter part, and then you add the milk to it. That makes a heavy cream. Okay, so I've got this, and it's really soupy. Let's see if I can show you, see? That is what we want. Now, next thing is, we're going to add our heavy cream. Okay, so we're going to, see how it's brown? That's what we want. Okay, that took maybe 5 minutes. Butter melting takes about 30 seconds. But here we go. Now what you want to do, can you hold the camera, sweetheart? Hold it up here for me. Thanks. What I'm going to do is add 1 cup of heavy cream into it. Okay, a little bit at a time. All right, right away I know my heat is too high. Just keep mixing that heavy cream in. Okay. Constant mixing for 7 minutes. Just a little bit at a time. Work it into the caramel. I had my heat up just a little too much, so I'm going to do it this way. Okay. Mix that all in. And you do this for... Could you stop doing that, please? Mix this in for 7 minutes. See, it'll calms down a little. At this point, we are 5 minutes cooking it, and it already smells like caramel in the kitchen. This is going to be so delicious. This has got to be the best caramel candy recipe I have ever made. Now, I have a caramel recipe that we use on our caramel or chocolate covered caramel popcorn. We cover our popcorn in caramel, and then we cover it in popcorn. That is a different kind of caramel that you have to bake under the popcorn. This is so yummy. Look at this. Oh. You could probably just pour this on top of your popcorn, but I make candies from it. I'm going to stir for another minute to a minute and a half. And then I will pour it, cool it off a little bit, pour it into a pan. Pour it into a pan and keep it in the refrigerator until it is cooled off. I personally stick mine in the freezer. You can do whatever you want. The kids get excited. The freezer gets it cold faster. Okay. Take a cake pan and you put some parchment paper in it. Okay. Seriously. Generic. But it'll work. You put that in. You just put your pan. Okay. Now I'm going to add some of this, okay? Just a little to help her out, and then we'll pour our caramel in there. It sat for about 30 seconds. This is the consistency. It smells delicious. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to pour it into the pan. And just roll your sides over. And voila. And just poke it into the sides doing that, okay? and then you just let it sit. When you take it out of the freezer or the refrigerator, you just cut it up into bars and wrap it individually, and you have homemade caramel candies. Happy Halloween. Okay, before my son and I eat it all, it got hard, and say just take it out. And I'm going to cut it. See, it's caramels. And you just cut it. We were breaking it off with a spoon. But you can cut it into little squares, and you can wrap it in parchment paper, and you can enjoy. Voila. Homemade caramels. Have a great Halloween, you guys.